underway. In updates coming in, the restoration operations are on in full swing, with an update coming in from the Railways Minister that the down main line has been restored. Remember, the entire route has been affected because of the horrific train incident, because of which several other trains have also been affected. So, as the Union Railways Ministry has been saying, the focus has been on the restoration of the entire line to ensure that the other areas are not affected, because railways are the lifeline of transport of the entire country, and the need of the hour was to ensure that the entire area is restored. And that's the work that's going on. In fact, the Railway Minister had also credited the people of railways who have been working tirelessly to ensure that things are on track. Just a little while ago, the member of the Railways Board, Jayavarma Sinha, also just addressed the media on what is the cause of this incident, saying that Kavach could not have averted this tragedy completely, but it is an extremely excellent anti-collision device. Let's go across to my colleague Arunil, who's joining us on the broadcast. Arunil, we just concluded the Union Railways Board press briefing that came in, where they spoke in detail about what the preliminary report suggests on the accident, and it suggests that interlocking, the electronic interlocking system is what failed, and that is what led to the unfortunate state of events.
Well, the press conference that was addressed by Jayavarma Sinha, a senior officer from the Indian Railways, she basically confirmed it in a way, saying that it was the electronic interlocking system, basically the digital signal system that has been put in place by the Indian Railways. There was some fault related to it. Now, what exactly was the fault? Was it manual? Was it related to the weather conditions? Was it related to maintenance? All that has to be confirmed. And also, Jayavarma basically mentioned about the fact that the railways has identified people who can be blamed for it, basically people who are responsible for it. The detailed report is certainly awaited. She also confirmed that it was only the Coromandel Express that basically met with an accident. The Yeshwanthpura Express that was coming in from Bengaluru, she basically said that it was only passing by. It was the Coromandel Express that went and collided with a goods train which was there on the adjacent track. Now, at present, I'm reporting from the Howrah railway station. All preparations have been made over here, Pratibha. You can see a train is expected over here anytime soon. We'll speak to one of the senior railway officials over here. Sir, we know that you're busy with the preparations. We are live at present on time. Now, can you please tell us how many passengers are expected? How many passengers are expected to be that? So basically, we are speaking to them off the record. So they've been saying that around 700 passengers who were there in the Coromandel Express and also in the Yeshwanthpura Express, they will be expected to come over here in Howrah, because both trains, one had departed from Shalimar in Kolkata. The other one, which had departed from Bengaluru, was supposed to come at this Howrah railway station only. So yes, all preparations you can see have been made over here. They have not been allowed to speak to the media at present. However, all kind of medical equipments have been put over here. Medical first aid equipments have been placed over here. Doctors are on guard on ground itself. In fact, we can see one train arriving at this platform number 22 of the Howrah railway station. We can hope that this is the train which is carrying passengers, basically the injured passengers from the accident site. I can see media personnel also lining up for to have a first-hand account of these passengers who were traveling inside the Coromandel Express. A very horrific accident that took place. In fact, India has never seen such kind of an accident of this magnitude, at least in the last 2 decades. This is the train. That's what the officials are confirming to us. But they are saying that this is the train in which the passengers who were injured are being brought to the Howrah railway station. From here, they will be taken to different districts in West Bengal as well. The train which basically departed from Balasore, where the accident took place, is being brought out, is basically arriving at the Howrah railway station. You can see many of the passengers who were on board. We will try and speak to them. Whoever is willing to speak, we'll try and speak to those passengers as well. But yes, we have been speaking to some passengers who were there at Howrah railway station earlier. All of them have been reciting the horrific sight that they had experienced. Imagine they were sleeping in their railway compartments, railway coaches, and they had no clue that in a fraction of a second the world will turn upside down. Many unfortunately lost their life as well. The railway authorities have now confirmed, saying that earlier the number, there was some miscalculation with respect to the number of casualties are concerned. 288 was the number given, but now it has been reduced to 275. At the Howrah railway station, there are basically you can see cops, you can see the members from the disaster management team, the doctors, everybody has been going and receiving these injured patients. Basically, they will be given
so the injured patients have started arriving. Arunil, do speak to them to find out what their journey has been like. Of course, now as they reach the hospitals, we'll continue coming back to you. But let's also talk about what the Railways Board has revealed about what was the cause of the accident. Now, they've said that it was the interference with the signalling that could have been the cause of the mishap. That's what the preliminary report has suggested. Listen in.
What we have found is that there is probability of some kind of a signalling, not even, I wouldn't even call it a failure, a signalling interference. Some kind of an interference has been there, whether it was manual, whether it was incidental, whether it was weather related, whether it was wear and tear related, whether it was a maintenance failure. All that is going to come out only after the inquiry.
So these were the details that were revealed by the Railways Ministry. Let's go across to Sudhanshu Mani, retired General Manager of the Indian Railways, and Prempal Sharma, former Executive Director of the Railway Board, joining us on the broadcast. I want to ask you first, Mr. Sudhanshu Mani, you just heard the media interaction that came in. The revelation being made is that there was signalling interference, whether it was manual, whether it was something else, or even weather could perhaps be a reason, is what was revealed. How do you see it? What do you think could be the reason? Mr. Sudhanshu, can you hear me? All right. Can I request Mr. Prempal Sharma to take that question? All right. We seem to be having technical difficulties.
Can you repeat that question, because your voice is not clear?
Mr. Sudhanshu, I was asking, you just heard the Railways Ministry press briefing that came in, and they said that there was a signalling interference. They're looking at whether it was manual or whether it could be some other reason.
अब तो स्टूडियो की आवाज नहीं आ रही, आपकी आवाज आ रही है बस.
May I answer this?
Yes, please.
देखिए, मैं फिर से अपनी, क्योंकि जो बात मैं थोड़ा सा सुन पाया हूं, दिस इज जस्ट वन इंडिकेशन दैट मे बी फेलियर ऑफ इंटरलॉकिंग. नाउ द फाइनल that will be known only after the Commissioner Railway Safety or other appropriate. But this is the first step, that is the indication of that. So now let's wait instead of guessing that what may be the reason. Now I am happy that at least a rescue operation is complete, that all injured, they have been all in all the hospitals, and you trust this government that will not take much time. Like our earlier government, that action will be taken immediately, whether it is an improvement in technology or the training the manpower or the installing Kavach system in all the trains. We hope that the way Railway Minister, PM and all the machinery, including state governments, are working on that. मुझे लगता है कि इतनी बड़ी ट्रेजेडी के बाद हम शायद कुछ ना कुछ एक अच्छे इंडिकेशन में लेंगे.
ओके प्रेमपाल जी, इनफैक्ट कवच के बारे में भी पूछा गया था इनको और उन्होंने ये कहा कि अगर कवच वाज इन प्लेस इवन देन इट कुड नॉट हैव अवर्टेड द ट्रेजेडी बिकॉज कवच कैन नॉट रियली सी समथिंग दैट हैज सडनली कम अप ऑन द ट्रैक्स. अगर कुछ सडनली आ जाता है ट्रैक पे देन कवच विल नॉट बी एबल टू डिटेक्ट इट. इनफैक्ट शी वेंट ऑन टू से दैट देयर इज नो टेक्नोलॉजी इन द वर्ल्ड that can deter an accident like this from happening when suddenly something comes onto the tracks.
मुझे लगता है कि अभी शायद ये जल्दबाजी होगी, वरना कवच सिस्टम बड़ा फुल प्रूफ है. अगर सामने की कोई ट्रेन है या बराबर वाली ट्रैक पे भी है या पीछे है तो उसका सिग्नल सिस्टम काम करेगा. अभी लेकिन कवच सिस्टम पे मुझे लगता है कि हमें थोड़ा ध्यान देना पड़ेगा सारी ट्रेन्स में. मे बी हमारी आर्थिक स्थितियों की वजह से हमारी प्रायोरिटी थोड़ी सी अलग हो गई है और उम्मीद करें कि ये कवच सिस्टम होता तो शायद ऐसा नहीं होता. ये मेरा मानना है. खैर अभी कुछ भी नहीं कह सकते, अभी फाइंडिंग्स आने दीजिए सारी उनकी और इसमें एक जल्दी ही कुछ रिजल्ट होगा और एक्शन भी होगा. मुझे लगता है कि रेलवे में टेक्नोलॉजी काफ़ी मदद कर रही है, लेकिन हमें साथ ही साथ अपने एम्प्लॉयज़ को भी उसमें ट्रेन करना पड़ेगा और कुछ कदम उठाने पड़ेंगे. इतनी बड़ी ट्रेजेडी के बाद उम्मीद करते हैं कि रेल मंत्रालय चुप नहीं रहेगा और कर भी रहे.
Okay, all right. Stay on with us, Mr. Prempal. We just want to go across to Adrija, my colleague who is joining us from the accident site. In fact, she's been reporting from the site just hours after the unfortunate incident was reported. Adrija, now there's more clarification coming in from the Railways Ministry after the preliminary report was filed on what was the cause of the incident, and it has pointed towards the electronic interlocking system, which is said to have failed. Now, what is the reason it failed is something that the Railways Ministry is looking at. But it was the interlocking system that is said to have failed, which resulted in this horrific tragedy.
Well, you know, according what we're getting to know at the moment is what exactly the investigation will prove, that whether it was a manual error that was made or whether it was a technical error that has happened. So these are the two things that the investigation will bring out. What we're getting to know as a process of the investigation, that here the station master will be summoned along with the person who was in charge of signaling. But however, I'll just show you again briefly. You can see behind me the restoration work is going on, and it is almost over now because the tracks are in place. The derailed coaches have already been removed from the tracks. The tracks have already been placed. The tracks, those were dismantled yesterday, have already been in place again. Now the cranes are being used to reconstruct the tracks from morning, since last night. In fact, the entire work was going on, and very quickly the entire work has happened. The rail minister himself is at the location. He's camping just beside the location where the incident have taken place. NDRF team, SDRF team, the Odisha disaster management team is also present here. Everyone working together to ensure that as soon as possible the track is restored. The aim remains in place that by Wednesday morning, as soon as possible by Wednesday morning, the situation should come to normalcy. However, after that, inspection will be done on these tracks. Dummy trains will be run to see whether or not they are functioning properly, and after that, politics also being done regarding the fact that the interlocking, was it the interlocking's fault, was it the signaling fault? Because what the minister is claiming, that the report that has come out, it claims to be some sort of signaling fault. Okay. And of course, was it a manual fault, was it a technical error, or was any particular individual, responsible
okay, so
for
this
this
is going
incident?
to, of course, be the details of what the probe is going to look at. Stay on with us. We also have Rishabh joining us from the Railways Board with more details. So computer-based interlocking shows no issue with the signaling, but there was a probability of signal interference, and it could be manual, it could be because of technical issues, it could be because of the weather. That's something that the Railways is currently looking at, Rishabh.
Definitely. If you see, we are here at the railway war room. I'll ask my camera person to show you around the war room here in New Delhi. For last 36 hours, we have been told that senior officials of railway board have been present here and have been taking minute-to-minute update. The railway minister, as Adrija was pointing out, has been at the site for last 48 hours. As of now, at a detailed press conference that railway ministry held, the railway ministry clarified that there hasn't been any issue that the logic of signaling had shown in the whole data that have been gathered from the system, but the railway ministry is also not nullifying the interference in signaling. As per railway ministry, it could be anything from technical to maintenance to even wear and tear. Apart from that, what we are also given to understand that a preliminary inquiry suggests that there was a signaling issue, but a detailed inquiry will only be possible in some time, and only after that, after the safety officials will go through the whole incident and all the things will be investigated, and only after that the final report will be submitted. So prima facie, it looks like an signaling issue which can be electronic interlocking as well, as the minister suggested, but a detailed report is still awaited by the senior officials of the board, and only after that the real cause can be ascertained. As of now, the ministry says that for last 36 hours, 139, the helpline number, has been active, and it's not a call center, but senior officials of railway ministry are answering the call. As per the data that have been given to us, around 3.2 crore rupees have been dispersed at 285 claims that have been made till now. When we asked about the locomotive pilot and the guard of the good train, how they are, as per ministry, the locomotive pilot did answer the call when he was first called. He gave a detail that the signals were green when he entered the loop line, and after that the accident happened. Post that, he has been admitted in a hospital and he is serious as of now, is what railway ministry have confirmed 2 times now.
Okay.
Apart from that, the guard of the goods train was luckily not in his place, and he was doing the inspection at the station, and that's the reason he is safe. Otherwise, the railway ministry believed that there was no reason for him to be alive if he would have come under the impact of Coromandel Express. As of now, over 250 deaths have been confirmed, and
Yes, in
the
fact,
railway believe that